sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is May 27th, 2024. I am Drew.
And I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 sibling sports and entertainment, Chicago-based. It's the wettest podcast this side of, that side of the Mississippi River. It is the buttholest, buffooneriest podcast out there. It is MELLONfights.
MELLONfights.
MELLONfights. MELLONfights. We are in person today. Tara came to visit me for the weekend, so we're recording in person. One of the rare times we are across from each other. Tara,
Yeah,
how you feel about it?
I like it so far.
So far, so good.
So
Yeah,
far,
I
so
think we've
good.
only recorded in the same room twice before this.
Yep.
One time very early on, very beginning,
Mhm.
and another time right around Christmas, and we didn't have any video for that one.
Yeah.
So we're doing this videoed up. So we'll see how it turns out. Tara's winking at the camera.
Yeah, I can't see myself. So this is good because normally I'm staring at myself.
Yeah. Well, now you can hear yourself too. You
I
normally can't
can.
hear yourself. It's so much better when you can hear yourself. I'll be honest.
Because I know when I'm being too dang loud.
You're being too loud, but you'll get like you can. I feel like you can perform better because you can find your sound.
Yes,
Like we should probably get it where you can hear it.
I know.
I think it would just be a better quality thing, honestly. So Tara,
Yeah.
big weekend. We didn't really have any big things planned. Oh, I guess we watched a movie, but we didn't really have any Memorial Day lists or anything like that. It is Memorial Day today as we're recording.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you to our troops.
you to our troops. I believe we probably talk about Memorial Day on past Memorial Days,
Probably.
uneducatedly and unskilledly, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. That's what we do.
Yeah, so the only thing we really did for this week is we watched Brewster's Millions together the other night. We watched Brewster's Millions up on the roof. It was a good time. So we'll talk about Brewster's Millions. A lot of people probably haven't seen Brewster's Millions, maybe a decent amount of our listeners, just because they're older than our parents.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. Let's start with NBA. We might as well. We always start with NBA. So let's get it going NBA style. Don't worry about what it looks like, Tara.
Okay.
Just go.
All right.
If I had an issue with it,
All right. I just caught a glimpse and I looked weird.
it's just the quality.
It's just the
Your
quality of
phone is
recording.
Old as well.
It's not that old.
It's not that young.
You're right. It's probably coming up on 2 years old.
At
so-
least, Tara. Mine's 2 years old. Almost. So your phone's, I think, older than you think it is.
Yeah. Still runs like
But
a charm.
So we'll talk NBA, but we're not going to talk too long about it because it's not that exciting or
Yeah.
interesting. Last night, the Dallas Mavericks went up 3-0. Tonight, the Pacers and Celtics play, and Pacers are down 3-0.
Yeah.
So both teams only need to win one more game, the Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. And I just don't see any way either of these teams come back
Mm-mm.
from the 3-0 deficit. All the games have been pretty close and pretty good. Not a bunch of blowouts. So people could look at that like they're not really blowouts,
Right.
but it's really what happens at the end of these games is the better team shows up and
Yeah.
kind of closes out the weaker of the teams. The teams that let's be honest, it's just two teams that aren't ready for it yet.
For sure.
Two young teams against two teams that have a lot of playoff experience. The
Yeah.
Celtics have been to the conference championship 6 straight years, I think, in like 6 of the last 8 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. I think 6 of the last 8, 4 in a row, I believe. And the Dallas Mavericks have Luka, who's got to the conference finals before, and has a lot of experience. And they also have Kyrie Irving, who obviously has won a championship and been to a lot of postseasons and been to the finals a couple times.
And he's always pretty stellar.
He's a
in
really
the
good,
finals.
playoff player. Always
Yeah.
has been. His issues have been more about his just like shenanigans off the court.
And he's found his spot, and he's figured out that he needs to maybe not say as much outside, distract people, and just play the game.
Yeah.
Because you can tell he's having a lot of fun. He likes playing with Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Kidd's a great coach as well, so I think he really respects him,
Sure.
and they're benefiting from it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think they're a team that's definitely found their place. We were talking about last week that we both picked Dallas to win this game,
this series
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, you're right. Not game.
Mhm.
We both picked Dallas to win the series, and Boston.
Yeah.
I didn't think Boston would go past 5 games.
No.
People were like picking 6 games, 7 games. Like, you guys are crazy.
Mm-mm.
And it's very clear that it's not gonna go to past 5 games. There's
No.
just no way that the Pacers win 2 more. I'd be surprised if they won tonight. To be
I think
honest.
that there's a good chance that there's going to be 2 sweeps.
There could be a double sweep. I could see. The only thing is, I could see maybe. Pacers no. I think they're
Yeah,
done.
I do
I think
too.
they gave him their best shot, especially if Halliburton's not supposed to play tonight. I don't know if he is or not. Do you know? Do you know? Should I look it up really quick?
Sure. Well, that's the thing. It's like they don't have their player. Plus, they lost that first game, and all the momentum just swung. Like they
Right.
really needed to win that game to have a fighting chance to win another, and they just shat it away. And it showed their inexperience. I mean, Halliburton threw the ball out of bounds twice
Right.
in really key possessions. So, and he's their guy. So they needed that.
I don't think they have a. They don't say if he's playing or not yet.
Yeah, he's probably.
But
game
they
time
say
decision.
Kristaps Porzingis isn't going to play, which is good. They don't need him.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see what happens when they get to the finals. If Kristaps plays, because I think they need him.
Yeah.
For that series, because I think Dallas is a much more poised, better, and they got these big guys
Mm-hmm.
that these young guys and these guys they've traded for, that are just taking over for Dallas, where Dallas is just getting like lob pass after
Yes.
lob pass to these guys,
Just slams.
just and
Like hard ass slams.
and these big tall defenders on Minnesota don't know how to handle it.
No.
They're like Rudy Gobert's a defensive player of the year. What a joke!
Mm-hmm.
Everyone always calls out Rudy Gobert and say he doesn't deserve, and I agree. He's one of those guys. He's kind of like Brook Lopez, where he'll get some blocks and alter some shots, but in the long run, he doesn't really change everything that much.
Yeah.
Um,
We got Wemby coming up, and he's going to show what a big man can really
Wemby's wild,
I
man.
mean, he's huge.
Wemby is going to be something else.
Yeah, which is exciting.
It is exciting. The NBA's got some it's on a good trajectory. A lot of these teams, I mean, all these 4 teams are very young teams.
Mm-hmm.
Boston is a young team still, even though they've been around a long time. Like,
Yeah.
their main guys are still in like their mid 20s, like 26,
Mhm.
25 range. And then a bunch of other, they got some older veterans, I guess, where the Pacers are like kind of young everywhere. Minnesota's kind of young everywhere.
Yeah.
Except for a couple guys.
And I think we had like a comeback to earth moment for Ant, but he's still really freaking
Yeah, he's
fun
great.
to
He's-
watch, and he's good.
And everyone's saying he's tired.
he is.
He's not ready. Like the playoff experience matters.
Yeah.
The deeper you get into the playoffs, the deeper you get, the more it matters. It just does.
Yeah.
And people forget that every year. It's kind of crazy. It'll be interesting because one of these teams is not going to be as good next year. There's always that team that kind of gets to the conference finals and they fall off.
Isn't it crazy to think about like how many years LeBron did it and how tired he must have been, and he's still just like a freak of nature.
Yeah, he might. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
I don't know that he was tired though. I think he's
Figured-
tired
well,
now.
yeah.
But I think back then, I think he kept his body in such insane shape that I don't think he was tired.
Well, he quickly realized how to play in the playoffs because he did it every year.
Right. Every year. So yeah, that's the WNBA. That's the NBA catch up for the week. I think we're both gonna stick with who we picked. I just don't
Yeah.
see any way. I could see Minnesota maybe stealing one.
Sure,
But they're in
I
Dallas, so it
know.
just makes it a lot hard. I mean, Pacers are at home, and that's where they play better. But if Halliburton doesn't play, I just don't see it. And then Minnesota, it's just hard because they're in Dallas, and I just don't. I think Dallas would want to kind of win at home
Yeah.
to go to the finals. So if those are the two teams right now, the finals, I don't know what day they start. They picked it already.
Yeah, I
Next
don't
week,
know.
I'm sure. I don't think it starts this week.
Which we said that we wouldn't mind there to be some sweeps just so we don't have
Yeah.
to watch basketball.
Yeah,
every
give me a couple
night.
days.
Just let us
Yeah,
have
because
a
they already picked the
moment.
day. So
Yeah.
and they got to have it where just in case 7 games are played. So it
Mhm.
must be next week at some point, which is kind of crazy if there's that long gap.
I know.
I'm gonna say we probably don't have to pick till next week, but
Yeah.
let's do it now just in case we're wrong. I think that, man, I don't know. I think Boston gets the job done. That's my prediction.
You think they're gonna win it all?
Yeah, I think they're top to bottom. If Porzingis comes back,
Yeah.
if he doesn't, maybe not. I mean,
They're just
Luka's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Kyrie's playing great. But Boston's playing good too, honestly.
Yeah.
I think
It'll be-
Boston.
It'll be interesting to see just because like their competition really hasn't like been anything. So it's hard to say like
Right.
if they're gonna elevate themselves or what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'll go against you. I think that Dallas is gonna win this series, and I think that they're gonna win it all.
All right. So I'm going Boston. You're going Dallas.
And did you see that the Dallas crowd booed Travis Kelce?
Why?
I don't know. They booed him, and he was like, "What?" And then they cheered for Pat because he was there with Pat and Brittany.
Oh, maybe because like I guess some of these people aren't happy with how he responded to Harrison Butker comments. He's basically like, I don't agree with it. He basically like, I don't agree, but he's still my teammate.
Oh,
Which I think is probably what he has to do. He straight was like, I don't agree.
probably.
I don't agree. He's basically like, it's not my beliefs,
Right.
but he is my teammate still. So whatever, he's allowed to say what he wants. I think that's true. I guess I don't understand that because that is the truth. He's allowed to be a dipshit.
Yeah.
And Travis, it's called freedom of speech. Like we're allowed to say what we want to say, and there's repercussions for it sometimes.
Sure.
But Travis, like, I don't agree. He's my teammate. I don't. What do you want me to say?
Right.
I'm not going to quit football.
Right.
I'm not going to give up my multi-million-dollar job unless he gets cut from the team. Like, what are we talking about?
Right. And it's like
That's just not how the world works.
Well, and the other thing is, there's probably so many shenanigans happening in a football locker room, and it's like,
I'm sure Travis Kelce's like, he's the least of my worries
right.
of all the dudes.
Well,
He just
maybe-
has a weird old school way of thinking that's a little fucked up,
I
a
mean,
little too Christian.
it's a dangerous thought process.
I agree, but there's plenty of people that think
Well,
that
that's
way.
the
Tara.
thing.
There's plenty of more people think that way than we probably even know.
Which you're probably right, and it's crazy.
The loudest people, the people complaining about it are loud, but there's plenty of people that are like, his jersey like sold out after that.
Oh my god!
Because Christian people are like, that's the women's version of it.
Ew.
How dumb are these women?
Okay.
But some of them I get it. Some of them are probably like, yeah, I don't want to work anymore. It
God.
sucks. Being a homemaker. Tara, if someone told me I could just be the homemaker, minus the kid part, if I could just be the homemaker, that would be amazing. That's a
Yeah.
good life.
Yeah, but
There's no to that. That's a good life.
but it's so different than like because it's oppressing women, and there's so many.
No, but I'm saying there's plenty of women that are like, I'll take that in a fucking second. In a second. Piles of them. Tons of women are shooting for that, in fact. No, that's not even like a questionable thing. There's tons of women that just like, they want a guy with money and they don't have to work ever again in their life.
No, for sure. But like, I feel like there's layers to what he was saying.
I
It wasn't
understand
just
that. That's not my argument.
Okay,
I'm
then
saying
yes.
I would be
Then
a homemaker in a fucking
Yes.
second. What are you talking? I'm saying plenty of women are looking at that and going like, I agree. And they agree with all the other bullshit he said because they're Christians. I'm just going to say that right now. That's a Christian belief. Those things he's saying about homosexuals and what else was there? There's a couple other things. It's mostly Christian stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christian listeners, but that's the way you guys think.
Well, not ever Christian. just like these
The ones that like are the ones that are
evangelical-
Christian, that like really think of that, they really go by the Bible. Yeah, they do.
I don't know. I think
That
there's
really
other,
follow like what they all talk about.
I think that there's other ways of interpreting the Bible. So I think that
Yeah,
not
to
all
not
Christians are like that.
there are other ways of interpreting the Bible.
Yeah. So
Because
I
you
think
can do whatever you want with it, but mostly
but I feel like it's not all Christians. I feel like there's like a big.
I didn't say all Christians.
You said the Christians of Christians,
The
and I don't think
Christians
that's
the
true.
Christianest of Christians do not agree with homosexual values at all.
I don't think you could say that Christian. It's like a subset of Christians.
Yeah, there's uber Christians.
But I mean, there's other people that are super Christian that are like good people. Like this
But
is
they
like a.
but deep in their heart they go, I don't like gay people though.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
they will be kind to the people, but they'll go, but if you truly ask them, they'll go, nah, I don't. I think
feel like there's like subsets of Christianity that's
yes,
100%
subsets, but I'm saying
true.
the larger scope of it is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But you don't know. That's where it stems from. That's just a fact. I don't know why you're arguing it.
Agree to disagree.
I don't know why you're even arguing it though.
Because I think that there are subsets.
Subset means small.
Hey.
I'm saying the large part of it is not. That's not. It's they feel that way.
I don't know. Maybe.
I would say yes. Don't give me your subset. I don't want your subs. That's a small portion.
No, I'm saying the small portion is the ones that really believe in that.
No way. I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think it's worse than we think. That's my point. I think it's way. That's why the Butker thing is so
Well,
neat.
maybe-
That's why Travis Kelce shouldn't be like, He should be like, he should be more like, I think it's fucked up.
But you look at stuff.
But
like,
maybe he doesn't feel that way.
You look at stuff like the Catholic religion, right? Where it's like losing people. And the reason it's losing people is because it has like these backwards like thoughts, and people that are younger and educated don't believe in that part of it. So that's what I'm talking about, where
But they're not. That's still a huge amount of people that are Catholic.
no,
You're
they're
talk-
like losing it. Now it's more like this
But it-
Butker thing, which is like this fundamentalist evangelical like shit that's not even about religion. It's about or spirituality. It's about control.
Which is what
Which-
which
yes.
is what religion is. So
All right, I think we exhausted the religion talk.
we can talk whatever we want. That's the point of
I
it. You can't just shut it down when we're having the conversation. That's
I
not what this
know.
podcast is. Don't be such a puss about things.
I don't think we're ever going to agree.
It's not about agreeing.
It's about fighting or melon fights.
It's melon fights. The point is this: Travis Kelce doesn't have any. He doesn't have any. I don't know if that's why they booed him. I think so. I don't know, or they're just tired of his ass.
I mean, that's what I could see. I could see it being like, we're over this.
His new do sucks. It's like the fucking Caesar. Have you noticed it?
It's
not
the
a good look.
greatest.
I don't know, man. I just don't give a shit what Travis Kelce thinks about anything. How about that?
Yeah.
Why do you care what Travis Kelce thinks about the Butker situation? I know they're teammates, but it's just like I don't care, man. What
Well,
he
and
has to say.
he's probably like, why do people care what I have to say?
Definitely thinks
He's
that.
like,
Where he's like, I think he basically is like, I don't agree with it, but also this is my teammate, whatever. He's allowed to think what he wants. But I think he probably should have said, I don't agree with it. He probably should have said a little more like, I think it's a little fucked up,
yeah,
rather than just being like, I don't agree with it, being like, I think he's wrong.
yeah.
Like to talk like that. Because that really is. The way he was talking was fucked up.
Yeah.
Especially where he did it. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
No kidding.
Go fuck yourself. Go kick a ball.
He's so gross.
You ever see? There was like a video going around where he's like talking about he like kicks a ball. His like wife is so like into him because he kicks a ball so far. I'm like, nobody has ever been into a kicker because he kicked. Shut up. She likes you because you have money.
Well, they met when they were like in middle.
I kicked the
school.
ball far.
Kicked the
Shut
ball
up.
far.
You idiot.
Ladies like the long kick.
You idiot.
So dumb. He's just got a dumb face too.
Butker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a weird. He's just a white boy.
Yeah.
Classic white boy. Any other sporting stuff other than that we go on a tangent into religion about maybe?
Mhm.
WNBA stuff, I don't really care about that right now. Though I will say this. Actually, I will. There was like a play the other day where Angel Reese got basically like clothesline backwards and like hit her head on the ground, pretty hard. And she got up. She's a badass. She's playing for Chicago Sky. She badass. Don't worry about it. But I just like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like the girl walked away like she's a badass, and like
Ew.
it was like, I'm like, you're dumb. What? Stop trying to hurt these people.
Right. They're
your fucking coworkers. These are your coworkers. Get your shit together. Stop it. Stop being jealous.
Yeah. Stop
It
being
looks
jealous.
stupid. Like when people talk about the old, like when that used to happen back in the NBA days, that was just because like that was dudes being fucking. This is what we fucking do to each other. It was like a physical weird game.
Yeah.
If that happens now, I'm like, what are you doing? Like when someone like rips someone down, don't do that.
No. That's
Like it was
dumb.
very clearly on purpose. It was fucked up.
And you can hurt someone big time.
Tara, she fucking, her legs went up in the air and she landed on her back and her head snapped back and hit the
Oof.
ground.
Did she have to go out
No.
for concussion protocol?
She might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she played, I think. So she maybe not. It was fucking insane. It's like, what do you do? And she like walked away, didn't have show any remorse for it.
Mm-mm.
It's like, you suck, man.
Right?
It's like, you're a dumbass. I hated it. I fucking hated it.
Yeah. It's like
And they're laying Caitlin Clark out on stuff too. There's like hard picks and
that's
stuff like that. And like,
ridiculous.
it's like, why?
It's like,
Welcome to the league. Fuck off.
it's like who's
That's
your,
not welcome to what league? It's basketball.
who's
This
your
isn't
coach?
football,
Sean
man.
Payton? Jesus.
It's like ridiculous. I hate it.
Yeah.
And again, I don't even like. And now I'm more like, just what are you guys doing?
Right. It's like welcome the competition.
Welcome the competition. Welcome the eyes on your sport.
Yes.
Guess what's not going to keep eyes on your sport is you acting like an asshole.
Yeah.
Just stop it. It's stupid. So yeah, that's my WNBA take for the week. It's funny. I have to have a WNBA take every week, so it's bad. It's still around.
Yeah.
WNBA take every week.
We're the number one WNBA podcast.
We're the number one WNBA Chicago-based. Number one WNBA podcast. I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. I don't understand it. I don't understand that mindset.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm gonna hurt this person and show no remorse for it.
I think that I'm cool.
I think that I'm
it's like
cool.
very Kobe-ish. What do you?
Super Kobe-ish. I hate
The paw,
I hate Mamba mentality.
the Gasol thing. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I hated that story so much when I heard it.
Yeah. There's no like I don't know. You don't want to see your young stars get injured. You
No.
don't want to see anyone get injured. But
No.
like, why? What are you doing? Fucking idiots, man. Did you have any other sports stuff that you caught your eye this last week?
No.
I'm gonna go with no. No, okay. Didn't look like you had
I
anything.
was trying to think, and I don't.
Wasn't that big of a week going on. I saw something today that Luka Doncic. I did see that he was like for his Supermax. He can sign up to 5 years for like $350 million.
Oh wow.
What the fuck are we doing? He doesn't need that.
Mm-mm.
Stop charging so much for shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that.
No.
Trickle the fuck up.
Trickle up effect.
Because he plays hoops. Listen, I like watching basketball as much as the next guy. I don't think that they need to be paid fucking gazillions of dollars.
No, it's insane.
I should be able to go see a game for $20.
No shit.
There shouldn't be a commercial every 7 seconds.
Yeah. It's like what we were talking about with concerts.
Yeah.
And how like these people are having to cancel their concerts
Yeah.
because they can't sell out. And it's like, well, that's because you're charging so much freaking money for it. Nobody has money.
Nobody has money.
What goes
no
by?
one's like, I need to go see the Black Keys for
Yeah.
fucking $100. So they're going to play these more intimate venues. I think they're going to still probably be expensive tickets, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Stop it.
I was talking to somebody and they were saying how they remembered like going to concerts years ago and they would go to the box office night of and get like a good
20
seat for
yeah.
like $25 or something like
Yeah,
that.
everyone saw every concert.
Yeah.
Everyone went to everything.
Yeah.
And those bands were all doing fine.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're not doing. If they did that now, they wouldn't probably be doing. They would actually be doing fine.
Yeah.
If you sold a stadium of $25 tickets, if that whole stadium sale was just $25 tickets, you would make a lot of money still.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And more people would come to your shows, and more people would buy your music.
Well, I think about like Taylor Swift's show, right? Like she's not a dancer.
She tries.
tries, I guess, but it's like there's just so much shit going on in our shows
Pointless shit.
that then people are like, this is like the best show I've ever seen. She puts Bruce Springsteen to shame.
They've
And
never seen Bruce
I'm like,
Springsteen.
what?
They've
Like,
never seen it.
I mean,
If they say
granted,
that, they've
I've
never
never
seen
seen Taylor Swift, but I've
Seen
her,
stuff like it.
I've seen her perform on like
You can
award
watch her
shows.
concert show if you wanted.
I probably should do that and then have an opinion about it. But
I've watched 10 minutes of it and I had to turn it off.
But I'm just like, there's just so much shit going on. And I just don't get it. I'm like, she's not rocking. She's not really a good singer. She's fine. And it's
all fucking smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Again, that's a thing that, a pop star does. There's always shit like that going on. Not my cup of tea. I like to watch a band just go play music.
Mm-hmm.
That's always what I've liked. I don't really care about much else. Every best concert I've ever seen was a small venue with a band just playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've obviously enjoyed other things that were bigger, like Bruce had like a big stadium, but it's because it's Bruce. But it's just not that interesting to me. When we saw U2 live at Soldier Field, my favorite part was when they just played like a rock band in the middle of the stadium. And then once they started playing these giant screens that just had like weird shit going on, I just didn't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
I just want to see them on screen. Just
Right.
put them on screen.
Yeah. And then I maybe could have seen them a little bit.
Like, I don't need to see a woman that's probably in her like mid 40s hula hooping in front of a barn. Like, what are we doing? It was so weird.
It's like stuff like that can be experimental in like a smaller venue, like a big ass
In like
stadium.
slow motion. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
It was wild. Come on, YouTube. Just play. Like, everyone's like, oh, the Sphere is so good. I'm like, I think it's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
Just to see all that shit going on all the time. I don't want a bunch of shit. I'm trying to listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to watch the people play it. That's why I don't really like pop music that much, because usually isn't people playing their music. That's why they have so much shit going on. I like to watch a band play their fucking music. I appreciate musicianship.
Right.
That's cool. To see one up that song you've heard a million times, and then you see someone actually play it on their guitar, that's fucking cool. The other shit isn't cool.
Yeah.
We had on MTV Classics yesterday, and there was all these like pop songs and like stuff from like the early 2000s. And it was also, I'm like, oh, this all doesn't really hold up that much when you're kind of just watching the music. It all kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's all very boring. Things that we thought were even like things that are like peppy and fun. Even Party in the USA was like, this is kind of dumb.
I liked it.
Listen, again, that was because that would sound good. That sounds good like on an album or live or something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know how we got to. I don't know what we were talking about, but
just how everything's so damn expensive.
And
Luca got paid all this money,
he
hasn't got paid yet. Right, and we can't even go and see these games.
It's fucking stupid.
And then you have it where people are then trying to make a buck off it when they like get their season tickets and they just like upsell the shit out of them.
Yep.
And it's like, this sucks. And like, they're not even good seats.
Right.
It's like, sweet.
It's dumb. Real dumb. Tara, we watched a movie the other night.
Yeah, we did. It was called Brewster's Millions.
Brewster's Millions, starring
Richard Pryor.
John Candy is his buddy.
Yep. Spike.
What year was that?
No clue.
If you had to guess from watching it, what did you say?
I would say 1982.
1985.
Oh, that's when
the year you were born. Brewster's Millions.
The year I was born.
So here's what I'm going to say about Brewster's Millions, Tara. Or maybe I'll let you talk first, since you've never seen it. Brewster's Millions, 1985, starring Richard Pryor and John Candy were the main two people in it. And it's a movie about a guy who's just like a guy who plays baseball. He's barely even a baseball player.
Yeah, he's in like the minors or something.
Maybe not even that. And he, some distant relative, uncle, dies, and doesn't have any other family members, and leaves Brewster
a challenge,
a giant sum of money. But there's a catch, and the catch is he can either his inheritance can be $300 million. Crazy. That's Luca money.
Yeah.
But he has to spend $30 million in 30 days
Mm-hmm.
to get that money, or he can call with the wuss clause,
Wimp.
clause, and just take $1 million right then and there and move on with his life. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
And that's Brewster's Millions. And as a kid, I always loved the concept. And I still love the concept. And I also still enjoyed the movie. Tara, how'd you feel about Brewster's Millions?
I would say it was an okay movie. I could see it would be one of those movies that, like, if it was on TV, you would turn it on and you would maybe watch it.
Right.
Because
it's definitely a movie like that.
Yeah. There was stuff about it that I thought was really fun. I really liked his how much he loved baseball, and the team that he played on had a train track running through the outfield.
Sure.
And I like there was just like stuff about it that was really like cute and like fun and silly. But then it had such a frantic energy about it
Mm-hmm.
that I don't like stuff like that because it makes me feel a little frantic. And then also the whole concept was like he had to spend $33 million, $30 million, and he could not he couldn't have any assets at the end. It had to be all he had was $0 and the clothes on his back. And so he would do stuff like gamble, but then he would win money, and like people try, so he would just keep getting more money, and it was stressing me out so much. And I was like, I even asked Drew, I looked at him, I'm like, does he
that's a dumb question. Like, basically, like, hey, does he do it?
Does he spend the $30 million?
I don't know. Watch the movie, dummy.
Because I was stressed out, and I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna win this money or not, or if there's gonna be like a hard lesson at the end.
Yeah. So I did forget like how, I don't think I ever realized as a kid how fast paced the movie basically. It's going all right. It starts out, it's not super fast, and then the money thing comes into play, and then it's just breakneck speed for the rest of the movie. It's just like you almost don't even know what's happening.
Right.
You're like, wait, what's he doing right now? Like, he's spending money on what?
And then you're like, wait, does that count? Is he buying this, or is he?
Right. Some of them like, who you can rent this stuff?
Right.
It didn't make a ton of sense to me.
And then sometimes I was like, wait, how much can he give? Because he could give stuff to charity, but then he could hire people.
Right, and there was no limit on that. He would just like make up a number. I'm like, just hire him for a ton more, dude.
Right.
Just keep hiring them all for a large amount.
Exactly.
Like John Candy kind of got fucked. It was just like 100 G's for the month, where other people were making like $4,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Which they would have got to faster to more than 100 grand. There was like one dude that was getting like 10 G's an hour.
I think,
or maybe it was a day.
Yeah. But so the concept of it was kind of fun, but it was kind of like a terror.
I'm glad they didn't get too much into the details of it.
Yeah, I am too, because
that makes it less fun. Just everything. Just it's always that rule, like when you do improv too, where it's like, who cares about the money? Just say an amount, just move along,
and then it kind of added comedy to it as well, where it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I liked it. I liked it all right.
It's a fun concept.
I've
seen it a million times as a kid. I was always trying to figure out, like, what would I do? And in 1985, $30 million was probably a lot harder to spend. You could spend $30 million in about a day here.
Yeah.
But not having an asset is a big part of it. But I started thinking, well, we'll get to that.
I enjoyed Richard Pryor. I thought
he's good in it, right?
He was likable. Like you could like feel him being like, I don't like this.
Yeah. It was
or like when he would get money back and he would just be like, no, why?
Right. He did like bad investments. He bet on all long shots for horse races. He bet on like pulling a giant iceberg for drinking water. And things started working, so he started making money. He's like, what the fuck? I'm back to where I was.
Well, and then his buddy was like, saw him, because the other catch was he could not tell anyone what he was doing. So his buddy was like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing all this. So then he invested some of his money for him and won all of the money back that he had already spent. So
Yeah.
he was just like losing his mind.
Yeah, so he started like having to figure out how to spend money. He ends up running for. I never liked this part. He ends up
Mayor.
running for mayor of New York,
Yeah.
and which he's in New York, but he's a big Cubs fan, so that's always weird.
He played for the Cubs.
Oh, that's right. And basically, that's how he spent like $30 million. He just starts throwing it away.
Yeah.
For these big events and things like that.
Because
people.
There was like it was so corrupt and people were stealing the public's money. And
Yeah.
He was like, well, I want to try to buy your vote.
Yeah. And basically he's like, but don't vote for me.
Yeah.
Don't vote for me.
Vote for none of the above.
Vote for none of the above. Then he has like a baseball game that it could have got a little more extravagant. I feel like you should have done more extravagant things. That was what I was thinking, is like more extravagant events. Like now it would be so easy. Like I said, like for me, it'd be like, oh, I am going to throw a concert that's free for people to come to of these bands we're talking about, and to be like, hey, you get $1 million to play this 2 songs.
Yeah.
You know, and just make it a fun event. And it just, you could do that in a day, like a weekend event, like a Lollapalooza type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like $30 million, no problem. Like you buy all the food for everybody and they get to eat it. You know what I mean? Like everything's free for everyone. It's super easy to pull off if you think about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was probably a little harder, but really that's all you really had to think about. It's like, oh, I just throw a big event, food for everyone.
He was doing a lot of that, like buying food for people.
Yeah,
and
buying drinks.
And do you have I have a favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing that he did
So one of the things he did is he bought a very expensive stamp, and people were like, oh, well, he's stupid, that's an asset, but then he licked it and sent it as
he mailed it, so it lost all its value. Yeah, that was good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that I didn't. Again, another thing, he did bought one.
Yeah,
could have bought all the stamps and just mailed them all.
Yeah.
That was the thing, is like it was one of those things, like if you really think about it, it's like, oh, I just do this more than once.
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing this once? Stupid.
But it was awesome.
But he sent it to the guys because there was a bank involved. The bank was keeping an eye on it, and the bank got all the money if he didn't pull it off.
Yeah.
And they were shisty and they cheated.
They did cheat.
And they used the Seventh Heaven Dad to try to scam him. So at the very end, there's $20,000 of it that he got a refund on that he never told him about. And he gave it to him.
Yeah.
Right with like a minute or two to go, and then he like
hired his accountant
to be his like
lawyer and send her to law school. Yeah.
At the last second. It was pretty stupid.
I was nervous though.
She wrote the receipt pretty good.
He did.
So yeah, Brewster's Millions. I think it holds up as like an interesting movie. Trin didn't think Tara was going to like it at all, but I think Tara liked it to an extent. It's just that I think the speed of it just really threw her off.
Yeah, and it never helps when like you've been drinking during the day and then you're starting to get a little hungover and you're watching a movie and you're just like,
Tara's the worst.
I just want to rest.
I kept drinking.
I can't. I just don't have it in me. I would have felt like shit the next day.
Well, any of the categories? What was your favorite scene? Do you think?
I think I liked the stamp one. I mean, that was your favorite thing. That's my favorite thing that happened.
And who's the best character?
I really liked Spike. He's a good friend.
You like Spike?
Yeah.
He was good in it.
He was fun. He was fun. He was a catcher. He made so many funny jokes as a catcher. It made me think of Ham from Sandlot. I think they got.
Fuck! Why'd my computer turn off?
Uh-oh.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
I feel like Ham from Sandlot got. They kind of. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of a trope.
That's a catcher.
It's a trope, so.
I don't think you're right.
But still, I liked it a lot. John Candy was really funny in it, saying funny things.
Who's your least favorite character? Wow.
I think it was.
I think to me it was his accountant.
I was gonna say the paralegal.
She just kind of was annoying.
Yeah,
though she wasn't actually. I remember being more naggy to him about everything, but she really has like one moment where she even like calls him out. Otherwise, she's just kind of like do. So I don't know.
She's always just like, "How could did you spend all this money?
I mean,
People need this.
yeah, it is. I mean, is she wrong?
No.
It is kind of crazy what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
The bank guys
the
suck.
bank guys suck, but again,
This-
it's they're obviously like the villains of it. But like, I'm trying to think if there's anyone who's like, I just didn't like that character. Not really, honestly. I'm trying to think. Obviously her boyfriend, the paralegal's boyfriend,
Yeah, he
fiance,
sucked.
seventh. He's the worst part.
He is.
He sucked.
Like even with his like ex-wife.
Even-
and, like,
yeah,
when
even
he was like a decorator.
Even before he tried to, even
Yeah.
before he became before they like hired him to cheat him,
Yeah.
he was already a douche.
When he rolled in, you're like, oh, this guy's
guy's a
gonna
twat.
suck. He was just like a nerdy
This guy's a twat.
twat.
Was there? I don't know if there's an iconic moment from it. Honestly,
Maybe just the end when they had like the minute to. Figure it
yeah, it's
out.
really actually probably
Or when he.
it's the speech he gives when he doesn't want to be mayor. I guess
Sure.
probably. Or the baseball game.
Yeah.
Baseball game was fun. Nice.
Sorry.
I would say, and then what about the terror moment? Just the whole movie, or
Oh, can I
Or was
be
there-
honest
was
with you?
yeah?
I looked up towards the end if he got.
While we were sitting there,
Yeah.
you're an asshole.
I
You couldn't figure out that he was.
I didn't know. I felt like it was gonna be like a teaching moment or something.
No.
So I just had to look it up.
It was a teaching
I didn't
moment.
see like how it happened, but then I figured out what was gonna happen, and but I even asked her, I'm like, wait, did he get money back? Oh, is that gonna affect him not getting his money? So then I looked it up.
Ridiculous.
I get stressed out.
Well, who? So I guess good guy, villain.
Good guy is the
The hero. Who's the hero of the movie?
um
The real hero of the
I
movie.
think the real hero of the movie was like the estate planner, because he's like, you
Oh.
still got a
Yeah,
minute left.
Sure.
Figure it out.
Yeah, he was always on his side.
He was like, even though he was like, yeah, you made the right decision to try to win or get the $300 million. And then at the end, he was like, you still got 2 minutes. Like, you can figure out how to get rid of this $20,000.
It was easy.
And then that's when she rushed into the room.
Yeah, and then the villain.
The bank.
Yeah, money.
Always
Just money
money.
in general.
Yeah.
The
Because
idea
even
of-
with the mayor.
Even the $300 million is excessive.
Yeah.
You know, the villain of the movie is his fucking long lost uncle,
No
who's
shit.
like, "Hey, butt fucker,
Yeah.
uh,
This is gonna be fun. You'll see how fun it is to have money. He's
yeah, it is." But to make him spend it like that was insane.
like, I don't like money. I don't even want to think about money.
So, and then what's the life lesson?
It's
I mean, it's money related, I would imagine.
money.
I think that is the lesson. I think it's just that.
Money.
Whatever you want to take from
Yeah.
that.
Whatever that means to you.
Stop turning your head from the microphone.
I'm not. I have it on here.
I've
the
watched
whole
it. It
time.
keeps Tara. I hear it. Your head, your mouth is going every which way. And then rate it, rank it.
Ooh. Let's rank it.
You didn't think about any of these things before the other. You didn't think about any of these at a
No,
time.
you didn't give me any time to.
It was 2 days ago,
Prepare.
guys. We watched it 2 days ago.
I know, but I didn't have any.
To prepare, just think about it while you watch the movie.
That's not how.
That's how-
Not my process.
That's the point. That's how
not
you
my
do it.
process.
That's the process you're
That
going to
is
start
not
doing.
my process. I
Rank
watch it and then I
rate it.
I'm gonna rate it. Let's see, what do I want to rate it?
It's easy. It's so easy. Like
Why?
because
I
like the ranking system's easy. I feel like.
sometimes I like to do stuff that's a little out of the box.
No, you
with
don't.
My ranking.
Only if you think about it ahead of time. You haven't thought about it, so just do something simple. We don't got all day.
It's a 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old.
It sounds like a negative review. You don't like it at all. Or it's a 3 strikes, you're out.
No, I liked it. It was a full count. That's a.
It's a full count, guys.
What do you rate it?
I don't have to rate it.
Why
I myself would rate it.
rate it?
I'd probably rate it $300 million.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would rate it.
I love this movie. I grew up loving this movie.
Okay, I'd rate it $1 million.
You take the wimp clause.
It's a wimp clause.
You're a
for
wimp
me.
clause. Okay, that's better than.
I think it's the wimp clause. Like it was good, but you got some money out of it, but it wasn't like a
It's
classic.
not the full. It's not the full 3 million.
No.
No, it's a classic, but that's okay. It's a classic.
No,
It is a classic.
it's the wimp.
So that was
clause. A
Brewster's.
milli.
That was Brewster's Millions, Terry. So we don't really have a lot of other stuff. We're only 45 minutes in.
Holy shit, we're
Uh,
done.
We're not done. We got some emails. I did pull up some stuff for the day, some things we talk about. Tara didn't prepare anything. For some reason, she didn't have time to prepare, even though it's a week later. Just because, I don't know. She didn't have time to prepare, guys. No time.
I didn't.
You did. You could have done it at any point this week. You knew we were going to have a podcast. You couldn't have come up with some stuff for the week. What are we talking about? You don't have to wait till the day it happens. What are we talking? Why are you so full of shit? I didn't have time. We literally sat around yesterday for hours. We didn't do anything this morning. We just sat around.
I put makeup on and
Oh my God.
and then got ready for
up.
this. I did
hate
not
you.
have time.
You did have time.
I didn't.
You did.
I talked about stuff. I brought up
You
stuff.
don't have any hard-hitting questions. You didn't have anything prepared for the Brewster's Millions talk. You had to think of it on the spot.
I didn't have time. I didn't write it down at all.
What?
That's my process.
You don't think about. Then write it down.
That
What are we
is my
talking
process.
about?
You wanted to do this before I prepared.
We had the pod. You're not sitting around here all day. I need you out of here.
What?
I got a life to live.
No, I'm not leaving till later.
What do you mean later?
I'm not gonna hit this Memorial Day traffic.
People are doing it's. You'll miss it if you leave now.
He's kicking me out.
On Memorial Day, people leave later in the day
I was
because they
thinking-
hang out and do barbecues and stuff.
I was thinking maybe I'd stick around and hang for the day, but he's like, "Get the hell out of here!"
I got shit to do.
I didn't even see you at all yesterday. Really?
Tara, we weren't together for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's it.
you're home.
She didn't see me at all yesterday. We hung out in the morning and then we hung out all afternoon.
He's acting
from,
like
like,
I should
4
move back to Chicago, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, but I didn't say come live with me.
Well, he's like, "I'm sick of you. Get out."
Do you know who was born today
I have
in history?
No
Andre
Agassi.
3000,
Ooh,
1975.
favorite Andres.
Favorite Andres. Andre the Seal from the movie Andre.
Good.
Andre 3000, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Andre the Giant. Very easy.
No Agassi.
That's how, not better than those 3.
Okay.
Those are my top 3 Andres.
I like
Agassi probably.
I liked Andre the Seal.
I loved that movie growing up.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Andre and see how it holds up. I don't think we need to watch
I
it for the pod, but
Yeah. That little girl, she had a run.
I think it's time. Who was it?
It was the girl that was in Karina,
Oh, was it?
Deb from
Oh, that's who it was in Andre?
yeah.
I don't remember Andre that well. I just know there's a seal named Andre.
Yep.
And he did tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they saved the day with it somehow.
I'm sure.
Saved someone's house.
He saved the fishing community.
He saved the whole community with his tricks.
I don't even know what it's about.
I know. Should I pull it up?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find the trailer.
Andre.
Andre.
Oh, I just feel like I can hear her saying, Andre.
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, it is that girl. It is Deb from Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, it's like a throwback. It's. Oh, wow. Guys, it's Andre. So is this from like the 50s? It's not from the 50s, but it's from the 90s.
Yakety, yeah.
Yeah. I think they just come and see the show and they watch him do tricks. He shoots basketballs, guys.
He's hot.
He dances. He wears sunglasses and baseball caps.
He does spit like.
He goes sledding.
Oh.
Oh, wow. This isn't good potting, but. Think on the people in the trash. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. That's a good song to use as a trailer.
See, I told you. She said, Andre.
Oh, yeah. She goes to like find him and she gets stuck out in the middle of a storm in like a little dinghy.
A little perfect storm.
But guess who saves the
action.
day?
Andre.
And we kind of already know he saves the day before we even see the movie. What are we doing here? So Andre. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a good call, Andre.
Yeah. 1994. So it came out the same year as Jurassic Park.
Wow. 2 classics.
2 classics. We had a good year in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we saw that in the theater.
Andre.
Oh, no, Jurassic Park was 93. For some reason, I always think it was 94. I don't know why. I was thinking it's 94. But it was 93. So, yeah, I think that was the right answer. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, Andre 3000 was born in.
Okay.
And then Lisa Left Eye Lopez was born in 1971. Name your top 3 favorite Left Eyes. Go.
Left eyes?
That's what I said.
Okay.
It's a joke.
I think that.
Unless you have an answer to that other than Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Left eye.
You don't have an answer.
Hook.
Hook?
Captain Hook, I think he only has a left eye.
He doesn't wear a patch, but that's
Oh.
okay. He has a hook.
Oh, that's right.
He's known for his hook. Captain Ron, maybe? What's
Um,
Captain Ron's stitch? Captain
know.
Ron is, you know what Captain Ron is, Tara?
Was it a movie?
Yes.
With-
Captain Ron.
Who's-
He's a right-eyed guy.
Oh,
He's a right-eyed guy. He's not a left-eyed guy. So, wait, is her left eye covered or her right eye?
left eye.
Oh, so he's the same. His left eye is the one that he covers.
She like puts
Yeah, but then she used to wear a condom over it at first.
her left eye.
You know, she was 31 when she died.
That's terrible.
I always thought she was younger. 3 favorite Lisas. Go. You don't act good enough to come up with 3 left eyes. I gave you 1. You already had 2 left eyes. You have another left eye, another left patch guy?
Jaja the dog.
Was she a left eye?
I think so.
I don't know.
Mm.
All right, I'll take it. No Lisas. I don't need 3 Lisas. Lisas are not. It's not a great name anyway.
Lisa Kudrow.
She's just the only Lisa you're going to come up with.
Lisa Lampanelli.
Perfect. There you go.
And Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Nailed it. And then 2 other. There was a bunch of people, but something I thought was pretty special was
Is it Daffy Duck Day?
Daffy Duck. It's Daffy Duck Day. No. 2 Major League Baseball player Hall of Fame first basemen were born on this day in 1968. Frank Thomas and Jeff Bagwell
Ooh.
were both born in
the Big
1968.
Hurt.
Both made the Hall of Fame. Both born on the same day. Buff Bagwell and Frank Thomas.
Frankie T.
That's all I had for people born on this day. I'm trying to think of another.
Do you have any holidays that you know?
There wasn't any good ones. Did
other
you?
than Memorial Day.
Other than Memorial Day, Tara, I think it's time for you to finally watch Saving Private Ryan. It's an excellent movie. You have a week to watch it. What do you got going on this week? You could watch it as
I can watch it tomorrow because I'm not working.
you could watch it as a 2-part if you wanted to.
Okay.
It's good. I'm not going to say you're not going to be sad at parts, but it's so good.
Crying is my least favorite thing to do, but I'm so good at it.
You're going to watch Saving Private Ryan for next week's episode. People that are listening are excited. They've been wanting you to watch this for a while.
I don't know why.
It's the first really good movie I've had you watch in a minute.
Do they want to torture me?
Tara, I had to watch Aaron Brockovich.
It
and
was so good.
stressed me out and bummed me out. Tara, it was depressing. I'm not going to say that Saving Private Ryan is not depressing, but it's very good. I don't know who you're going to like the most in it. Probably Tom.
Who's all in it?
Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ruin the rest of it.
That's all you're going to tell
Vin
me?
Diesel.
Vin Diesel's in it?
Vinny D's.
Holy shit. If you would have said, I'm going to name 3 people that are in it,
Yeah.
or 3 people and one of them is not in it, and you said Vin Diesel, I would have said he's not in it.
Well, what if I would have said Andre the Giant?
If you would have said, I would have believed that, well, he died, so no.
So Saving Private Ryan. I'm not going to tell you one person because it's kind of Tom Sizemore's in it. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yeah, I do. He's stroke problem.
I think he died.
He died?
I think so. Let me look. Yeah, he died.
Oh
back
my
in, He
God.
died last year.
That's sad. Was it a drug
I would
overdose?
probably imagine that, or something to do that with
Yeah.
his body being fucked up by drugs.
Yeah.
You also got Barry Pepper. You know Barry Pepper?
Mm-mm.
Edward Burns.
Mm-mm.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Mm-mm.
You don't know who these people are?
If I saw him, I might know. Might just.
And
not
then
know
there's just
their
like a bunch of
names.
random people like Bryan Cranston and like,
Oh,
and then there's one
Diesel.
person I'm not going to name
Okay. Don't.
because they're kind of you didn't really know they were in it until it happened.
Oh gosh.
Ted Danson's in it.
Becker.
Becker is in it. Yep. So Saving Private Ryan. It's a really good movie. There was some other holidays today. Let me pull them up. Nothing that was too exciting though. It was like National Grape
Ooh.
Popsicle Day or something like that.
Name your 3 favorite grape things.
Three favorite grape things.
Jesus.
My 3 favorite
Are you
grape
having
things.
a
I like
stroke?
grape. Like classic grape or like purple grape flavored things.
Purple,
I like
Purple
grapes
grape.
themselves.
purple grapes.
I'll say I like grape juice a lot. Grape.
Yeah, when you have like a grape juice, it's like,
I like
God,
grape
I
juice.
haven't had this in like
I like grape jelly.
5 years. I do too.
I really like grape jelly.
I do too.
And then I also liked grape Mr. Freezes. Grape Freezy Pops. I didn't when I was a kid. As I got older, something about them I started to like.
How about grape?
They almost were bitter.
How gross were grape Jolly Ranchers?
Didn't like them.
What the hell? Like, why were
Grape
they so
stuff isn't
bad?
always that good.
No, but sometimes it's great. I liked
I like the
there
game
was-
Grape Escape.
There was a grape medicine. I think it was called
Dimetap.
Dimetap. That shit
You liked
slapped.
that?
That shit slapped.
Oh man,
It was so good.
that's funny.
Mm.
Let's see here. Today's holidays. Monday. Tomorrow's National Hamburger Day. I'm gonna cook hamburgers tomorrow.
Ooh.
I think I made them last year, actually.
On National Hamburger Day?
Pretty sure. Today we
What's
got
the worst thing to put on a hamburger?
the worst thing to put on a hamburger.
Like, that people think is good.
I kind of like a lot of things on hamburgers. You know what? I don't really like lettuce on a hamburger.
I agree.
I think Miranda's a big lettuce on a hamburger gal.
It gets slimy.
It gets slimy,
and you
and I
can't
just
really bite it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
especially if it's like a big leaf
yeah.
and it's just like
I
all
don't-
comes out at once.
Yeah, I think it ruins the flavor. I think it's
That's a great answer.
I think lettuce.
yeah.
Don't put a lettuce on my
No.
hamburger.
And then, like, seriously, it like pulls
I like it in a
everything with
BLT,
it.
but I don't want it on my hamburger.
Yeah.
Other than that, I pretty much can put anything on a burger and be happy with it.
Yeah. Do you like barbecue sauce on a burger?
Not
I
really.
don't really
I prefer
either.
ketchup or not or whatever else I put on. Sometimes I do other stuff on it. Yeah, I don't really ever put barbecue
You
sauce
know what
on
I
it.
really like on a burger?
What's that?
Like a onion ring or an
If I-
onion
Or
straw.
onions. Yeah, absolutely, Tara.
Oh,
I put crispy onions on my burger all the time.
freaking love them.
Really good. Now I want a burger. I have burgers. You want a burger for dinner before you get out of here?
No, I have to leave right after this.
Other things. Oh, that cheese rolling thing in Gloucester is
Oh,
today,
yeah.
where they roll it down the hill.
Yep. And they have to beat it.
They have to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have to beat it. They just have to beat the other people.
Oh,
I don't think they can beat it. It moves too quick.
okay.
National Aaron Day.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Who's your favorite Aaron? Top 3 Aarons go. Aaron Carter.
Oh, Aaron Carter, R.I.P.
Aaron.
Aaron Neville.
I don't like
Aaron
Aaron
Neville?
Neville's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, we don't like.
Nope. Aaron
Aaron.
Boone. I don't really care for him, but he's a person.
That's the wrong Aaron.
Any Aaron will do, though. Any Aaron will do. I do like Aaron Andrews. I will take that. Aaron Andrews. Aaron Andrews. I also like Aaron from
Yes.
the
AA
sketch.
Ron.
Aaron from the sketch.
Yes.
From the Key and Peele sketch. Aaron makes my list.
Okay.
It's also National Cellophane Tape Day. Weird that has a day. It was, National Grape Popsicle Day.
Mm.
I don't really love, like you said, I don't like my answer because like grape frozen pops, I don't really like that much. I don't know why they're getting a
You
full
could
day.
put Dimetap in there.
Dimetap.
Yeah.
I like that. Grape juice, grape jelly, and Dimetap.
Yeah.
Top 3 grape flavored things. This is interesting. It's National Hairstylist Mental Health Awareness
Should I
Day.
reach out to my hairstylist?
Make
friend?
sure she's doing okay.
I will.
That's very specific.
Yes.
National Hairstyles Mental Health Awareness Day. They're probably like, hey, have you checked on your hairstylist list? Because they fucking hate their lives.
I know a lot of hairstylists.
And they are people with mental issues.
Well, I just feel like there's a lot of stress in that job.
For sure.
Like,
And I feel like people that go into it aren't necessarily not stressed people
Right.
in general too. Like
yeah.
a lot of people, like young women, go into it like as like a thing instead of college, and like, you know, they're just kind of dealing with their small business and
Mm-hmm.
all that bullshit. Yeah, I get it. Reach out to your hairstylist here. I'm gonna reach out to my girl Brittany. I am due for a haircut though. My hair's look pretty cool today. We got National Gray Day, which is awareness about
Talk about your hair again.
National Gray. Good one. I'm making it serious. It's about it's about remembering people that have brain cancer. But thanks for that one.
Sorry. That was terrible.
Okay. National Jordan Day. I don't want to name my top 3 Jordans because the only ones I can think of are like
Michael.
last name Jordans.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, our cousin Jordan, our other cousin Jordan. Nailed it. National Sunscreen Day. Put on your sunscreen, guys.
Use it. Put it on.
It's Nothing to Fear Day. Tara, what don't you fear that a lot of people do?
Oh God. I fear so many things.
Yeah, but what I think is the thing is like, why are people afraid of that? I don't understand that.
Why?
I'm afraid of more than I'm not afraid of, probably.
Why are people afraid of
Gay people.
Yeah. Roller coasters?
People are afraid of roller coasters.
Yeah. I just get sick on them, but I think they're
Cool.
sick.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I can't do too many. I do start to get a little nauseous.
But,
nowadays,
like,
an old man.
I wish I didn't because they're super
Yeah,
fun.
I'd go on a million times in a row if I
Yeah.
didn't get a little sick. Like my head starts to get like
Yeah.
woozy. That's a good one, Tara. For me, Nothing to Fear Day. I would say I don't fear the Reaper. I do fear the Reaper. I'm a liar.
I'm trying to think of like a bug or an animal or something.
Oh, I'm not really afraid of bugs unless they're on me.
Well, I'm not really that afraid of bugs either.
Like if they're in the house, obviously we just live with bugs for
No
years.
shit.
We don't care about bugs.
Mm-mm.
Old timer Player Piano Day. That's not good. I'm trying to. It's Blippi's birthday. Okay.
Oh, I do not like Blippi.
It's Jadakiss's birthday. A bunch of people's birthday that I don't know. Why are these aren't fucking. This is a terrible. There was one I saw earlier that had better stuff. Hold on, let me click this one. National Today. Memorial Day. We knew that though. Oh, I think it was the hairstylist one is the one I was thinking of. Asher Day. The name Asher.
Asher?
Top 3 Ashers, none.
I don't know any Ashers.
Asher Roth.
Asher Roth.
I love college.
Wasn't that on Miranda's list
Yeah,
of
it was on our
favorite
list,
songs?
I think, from last
Yeah.
week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're an hour 2 in. I feel pretty good about that. Any grievances?
Other than you trying to kick me out.
I don't think you should be grieved about it. I thought you were going to get out. To me, I would leave earlier than later.
You think?
Because I just don't think later is like Sunday evening traffic or
Okay.
Monday evening traffic gets
I'll
bad.
get the hell
Because
out.
people are, well, you might actually be pushing. You're probably
We're
fucked.
on Monday.
You're probably fucked. I know we're on Monday. But people are doing cookouts and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're not leaving late. They all go home later on a day like today.
What time is it?
About 1 o'clock.
I'll look and see what the traffic meter says.
This
We
looks-
still have to bring up your dresser.
Yeah, it'll take 2 seconds. Gmails.
Oh, I do have one grievance.
Yeah, what's that?
I was gonna wear a dress and then I didn't because
Yeah, why not?
I knew Drew was gonna make fun of me in it.
Maybe
And
not.
then he's like, I wouldn't. And then later in the day, he made fun of a shirt I was wearing and said I looked real boxy. So there's no way he wouldn't have.
What shirt?
My sweatshirt.
Oh, you were.
And then you said
you
another thing about it yesterday.
It didn't look great on you.
He said I looked like a small town
You did look-
ant.
Small town ant. Yeah. Small town ant. All right. We got some emails. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, we got some emails, guys.
I'm really excited.
Number one email is coming from 2010. It's from Miranda. Maybe you've heard of her. She's emailed us a lot. I wonder how many of the 110 episodes she's emailed us.
This one looks short though, so that's good.
It is short because we didn't have a lot of shit to talk about. We didn't do a bunch of lists last week. MELLONfights, the words you couldn't think of last week. Generalizations or generalizing. Didn't we figure it out? Didn't we say it? It just sounded weird. And iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter. Don't talk iambic pentameter, which is the fake shit that fucking Shakespeare be doing. Fuck, Shakespeare's a fake. Shakespeare's a fake. Top 5. I like Shakespeare's shows, but he's still a fake. Top 5 from 2010. Number 5, Pinterest. Oh wow.
Ooh, I look up tattoos on that.
4, Teenage Dream, the Katy Perry album. 3, Speak Now, Taylor Swift album. 2, Despicable Me. And number 1, The Great British Baking Show. I can't talk today. That's pretty good.
That is a good list.
Pretty good list. And then she has a bunch of honorable mentions. I can read them this time because it's not that long of an email otherwise. Movies. Inception. Oh, she split it up because I told her I was confused. Movies. Inception. Tangled. She listens. It's very good. I like it. Harry Potter. Deathly Hallows Part 1. Every year, Tara, there's a Harry Potter thing.
There has
It's
to
amazing.
be.
Burlesque. Eat, Pray, Love. TV shows. Sherlock. Pretty Little Liars with the theme song, of course. Yeah. She had that bold, so it almost made the list. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Songs. Airplanes. Is it Airplanes in the Night Skies?
Yeah.
That one? Love the Way You Lie was a bold.
Loved that.
Dynamite. Nothing on You. Just the Way You Are. Cooler Than Me. Not Afraid. Baby. Misery. All I Do Is Win.
All I do is win, win, win. That's a goodie.
If I Die Young. And American Honey.
Ooh, I love that song.
Grenade. Fuck You. Fuck You was awesome. That was a great video.
See you driving around town with the girl I love.
And I'm like,
fuck you.
Yep. I get it. I feel you. I feel you. CeeLo.
Yeah.
Super Bass. S&M. Pumped Up Kicks. Raise Your Glass. Fucking Perfect. What's My Name? The Lazy Song. All of the Lights. You and Tequila. Bolded. I don't know if I know that. Do you know it?
You and Tequila?
You and Tequila. Tequila?
Is it a country song?
Maybe. Knockout. Can't Be Tamed. Marry You. Books. Mockingjay. Orange is the New Black. There you have it.
Great.
All right. We have 2 more emails. I'm going to read this one first. This is from Jeannie Mellon. You may have heard of her. Stop saying that this is for episode 109 and for 110, I guess. I don't know what she means. Episode 109 for 110. I don't know what that means. Stop saying the C word. No value. Actually, the opposite. Yuck. Get over it. Rich. I haven't said it today. I said twat a couple times. Richie Rich is about money. No.
Yes, it is.
I can't believe I forgot Jerry Maguire. Great movie. Money.
Show me the
great
money.
movie. Could be the number 1. List suggestion. Summer's upon us. What are your top 5 must-haves, favorite things for camping, trip camping out? Tara, maybe top 3 real quick. What do you like? What do you got to have while camping?
Snacks.
Snacks.
Good snacks.
Absolutely. Snacks. Food. But like snacks. S'mores making.
S'mores making.
All the snacks. Snacks are the most important thing for... You got to have the best snacks.
Yeah.
Snacks you won't even have at home. Just piles of snacks.
Just the snacks.
You got to be able to grab a snack whenever you want. Liquor.
Yes.
Got to have liquor.
Cold beverage.
Cold beverage. Got to have a cold beverage.
Get that out of the ice and it's just like once it hits the lips.
And an air mattress. I ain't sleeping on the fucking ground.
Yes.
I need to be off the ground. The ground is not comfortable. I need to be elevated above the ground. People that like camp by like walking, like they backpack and they just like sleep in a tent that's like on the ground. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on a mattress the last few days. A little mattress. Not the greatest.
Not the best.
Just
not
imagine not even having that.
Not even having
Can't.
that. That's
Like
my top.
A rock getting in your back.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to think of 2 more. I can do 2 more. What else?
Some sort of like
music.
bug repellent.
Bug repellent? Yep.
Yeah.
Something to keep the bugs away, and then music.
Music.
I need to be able to listen to music. So like an iPad, some sort of speaker where I'm cruising and I'm popping tunes in. Hope you enjoy your Memorial Day.
I would also say like a lantern or a flashlight.
Tara, we've already at 5. You can't add.
Okay, sorry.
Can't add.
Honorable
Is that more
mentions.
important than those other things? I mean, you need those things. You need You need all of those things, but you need snacks to make it fun.
You definitely need snacks.
We got one more email. All right, guys. I think I'm not positive. I could be wrong. Chris, this is from Chris.
Okay.
I don't think we know Chris. I think this is our first email from someone that doesn't know us. I could be wrong. Chris, if I'm confused, from the email and the name of the email, I don't know who you are. So I think, Tara, we may have gotten our first email from a non-knower,
Awesome.
which we've been begging for.
Yes.
If I'm wrong, I don't care. I'm going to pretend like it's true.
Yes.
But this is from Chris. This is from Chris from Iowa. Chris from Iowa listens on Apple Podcast app. He's letting me know that.
I don't know. I do not know Chris from Iowa.
I don't think I do either.
And it's a guy
it might
for
be
sure.
It might. Yeah, because I don't know.
Because if it isn't, then we definitely know.
No,
Chris.
it's a guy.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a way I figured it out. I'm not sure. I think there was a picture. I could be wrong. We'll find out.
If it's a girl, then I know who it is. If it's a guy,
Who is it?
mom's coworker.
Lives in Iowa?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be them. Chris spelled like Chris? Chris?
I think so.
All right. Well, we'll find out. Chris, let us know. Hey, Drew and Tara, love the content. B names. Third will go to Bruce, like Bruce Springsteen. Betty is close to second. Is a close second, I'm sorry. And Barry is definitely the top B name. Those are good names.
Yeah.
I like those names. I think we had a couple of those names.
Yeah.
Bottom tier B names. Brandy with an I.
Oh.
Or with a Y, same energy. Bianca and Bert. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that list. Honorable mentions. I don't know if these are bad or good, but they're honorable mentions. Benjamin, Blake,
Balake.
and Bernie. Okay. All right. I don't know if those are good or bad. They're just honorable mentions.
Okay.
I think they're bad because they're after the bad part. That's my guess. Okay, so just a suggestion: do a wet take and dry take. Oh,
I don't think this is mom's friend.
I don't either, Tara. I'm telling you, I think it was a guy.
Yeah,
There's a reason I think it was a guy. I can't remember
Okay.
why. I think there was a picture. I think there was like a thing. I don't remember.
I like that.
Oh, you know what it was? I think I looked on Instagram. I think they followed us on Instagram.
Oh, sweet.
And I think it was a guy. That's what it was. I think I'm like, I think it's this person because they started following us recently. I think it was. I think that's what it was. I like this. Do a wet take and dry take. Wet take, something that happened during the past week or a future event you're excited about, or a take on sport or pop culture thing that is awesome. So that's the wet take.
Okay.
And then the dry take is the opposite.
I love it.
We're gonna start that
Yes.
next week.
Yes.
I want to do the first one really well.
I want it to be good.
Wet take, dry take, because we're the wettest pod.
We are the wettest pod.
Chris, you're good. Chris, we may have
you
to
might be
get
our
you on
new
the payroll.
producer.
We may have to get you on the payroll,
producer.
Chris. That's the thing, guys. If you're listening and you send us stuff, we get excited.
Yeah.
We'll get involved. I have a dry take. Oh, he has a take. They have a take. I'm not sure. I think we'll see. I have a dry take on sports gambling. Do you guys gamble on sports? It doesn't feel like it is being shoved down our throats. Doesn't it feel like it's being shoved down our throats?
Yeah.
Entire sports shows devoted to gambling. Fantasy League was one thing, at least, that isn't always a gambling thing. Sometimes I feel like sports gambling ruins sports. I always think there's a fixed matches, etc. F sports gambling. So I agree that it's like I don't really care. I don't really care about the gambling part of sports at all.
Yeah.
We do. You started in episode 86. Maybe so football season must have been over. We do picks for the football season. More out of fun. We don't really I mean,
No.
I did bet on it just because I was like, I was on a pretty hot streak at one point. I had like 10 or 11 in a row, 10 or 11 weeks in a row. That's hot.
Yeah.
But we're not really into gambling, honestly. We'll make each other pick each week, but we're not big gamblers, honestly.
No, it's more just to pick because I definitely don't gamble.
But I agree. There's a lot of people that just do sports that like follow. Like when they're not doing their team, they gamble on sports.
Yeah.
And that makes it more fun for them. I don't feel that
Mm-mm.
way. We're not big gamblers. Questions for the talent. First car name. Maybe you name your cars. I used to. My first car was a little black Pontiac Sunbird. Was it a Sunbird? Sunfire?
Sunfire.
Sunfire. But I didn't have a name, but I did have a van for years called the Mel van.
Yes.
It was technically a shared vehicle, but Tara
No.
wasn't allowed to drive it because
Yeah,
I run the world.
yeah.
So no, but yeah. So Tara, did your car have a name? Your first solo car? What was that car?
It was a Mazda Protege. I don't think I named it.
Little Mozzie?
I think I
Little Boz?
maybe I called it like Pepe the Protege.
No. You making that up right now?
Well, it sounds right. Pepe the Protege.
Oh, okay. Weird. So yeah, we both had cars. My first car was dark red, maroonish, 1983 Pontiac 600 station wagon.
Ooh,
Nice. The Red Surf. Oh,
nice.
wow. I like that.
Maybe I should start naming my cars.
Yeah. You got to name it. Well, when you're young, you got to. The Mel van was the Mel van. The
was-
Mel van was.
Everyone called
I mean,
it
the Mel van wasn't just me calling it that. The everyone in the community called it the Mel van.
They did.
Like it was the Mel van. I took my senior pictures with this minivan.
I know.
Did you have to share cars with your siblings? Yeah, we just talked about that. We did,
Mm.
but it doesn't. We had to share when we first got the car. We were supposed to share the car, and
And
we were
the
supposed to
cell
share a cell phone. Both of those things just became mine. I still have that cell phone number to this day. It does not change.
Yeah.
Because it was mine, and Tara was not allowed to. I don't think Tara ever got to take the cell phone once.
No. I don't.
I think it
just-
immediately. I think it went into my pocket and never came out.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. And the van, listen, I was more popular, more fun. Tara was at home doing schoolwork, getting ready to go to college. I didn't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
I was playing hide and go seek in a minivan.
Exactly.
We did a lot of crazy shit in that van. Anyway, thanks for the great show. Chris in Iowa, listening in Apple Pod. P.S. Please do some merch. I want a shirt, maybe a koozie, stickers.
Oh my
or
god, I
something.
love Chris.
Printify or Cafe Press, etc. Yeah, it's only 110 episodes. You'd think we'd have that figured out by now. I've tried a couple times.
I'm gonna take those suggestions and do it.
Yeah. So that was.
I'm not working tomorrow, so I got lots of free time.
Yeah. So there you go. That's since episode 86. It's Chris.
I love it, Chris. We're definitely gonna do wet and dry.
Chris,
takes.
let us know if you're my mom's friend
It's
or
not.
if you're just a person. Anyway, MELLONfights. If you guys do want to email us or get other people to email us or check out the show, tell people to listen to the show. MELLONfights, MELLON fights @gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, and that's MELLONfights Podcast. You can follow us on TikTok. That's MELLONfights as well, or YouTube.
I got one thing to say real quick.
Oh, let's hear it.
So it's been really rainy up in Wisconsin, and people keep saying "stay dry," and it makes
really?
me laugh so much
That's
because
awesome.
I'm like, "Oh my god, that's our little catchphrase."
Mm.
Mm.
Well, Tara,
Yeah.
it's good to hear that.
Yes.
Can you do yourself a favor?
Yeah.
Stay dry
Stay dry.
and have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon
Melon fights. Oh, wow. We
Ooh,
got to
it
say the
sounds
exact
so
same
good
time when
when
we do
we're
it at the same time.
together.
Holy shit.